for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The sub of the day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boulder City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football team on Friday nights and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The family of faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincoln on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now is the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your hunt, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231.
'Cause I saddle.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The sub of the day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln.
'Cause I
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boulder City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football teams on Friday nights and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The family of faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Ronaldo Automall's broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM, as we're here tonight at Lincolnton High School, as the Lincolnton Wolves will be taking on the Maiden Blue Devils in South Fork 2A Athletic Conference action. Currently, right now, the girls' game is going on with Lincolnton leading 50-40 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, and Maiden trailing, as this would at this point be considered an upset. As Tim Johnson, it's been Lincolnton the whole way, but Maiden's been trying to crawl back into this ball game right now.
Yes, Lincolnton had a pretty decent lead at halftime, and I'm sure the coach went in there of the Maiden Blue Devils and made some adjustments with the basketball team, and the ladies of the Blue Devils are starting to play a lot better in the second half. It's 50-40 right now, but they had it down at one time to 5 points there, Evan.
Yeah, both teams really shooting well from behind the arc in the second half, but Maiden trying to get some defensive stops here as we're about 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. But of course, we're here tonight between Maiden and Lincolnton, as we're almost at the halfway point. After tonight, we'll be at the halfway point of conference play. And so far, both these squads and girls and boys have been atop the conference standings for the South Fork Athletic 2A Conference.
Yes, absolutely. The Lincolnton High School Wolves, coached by Bob Cowie of the Wolves, overall record is 12-2, in conference 5-1. And your Maiden Blue Devils, coached by Danny Anderson, overall record is 11-4, in conference 4-2. But like you're saying, Evan, both of these teams at the very top of the conference, along with East Lincoln. And I would say Maiden, from what I hear, is a really good defensive team, so it may not be a lot of points tonight because of defense.
Well, Maiden trying to get back in this game. They're quickly down 14 as a loose ball currently going on right now. Lincolnton recovered it and then lost control of it, but they got it back. But talking about this Maiden team, from what I've heard from a couple of coaches in this conference, they've said that Maiden is easily the most fundamentally sound team in the conference. And of course, you were talking earlier about Coach Dandy Anderson. You remember him from his days at West Caldwell, and he had a lot of success there.
Excellent coach. I mean, he is a defensive coach, very smart coach. Like you said, fundamentally, his team's always well prepared, and they'll be well prepared here tonight at Lincolnton High School, where the Wolves are taking on the Maiden Blue Devils. So it ought to be a great contest tonight.
Yeah, it should be a very good contest tonight between both schools. Of course, last week was another big matchup that Lincolnton took care of business easily over Lake Norman Charter, even without one of their big players. But Lincolnton right now controls their own destiny. If they can get this win tonight, they could be in a big, they could have a big gap, having already won once against East Lincoln, Maiden, and Lake Norman Charter, the other three teams in the top four.
Absolutely, I agree with you there, Evan. And I tell you what, the Lady Wolves here tonight at Lincolnton, they're opening up a 14-point lead with about 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in the fourth period here at Lincolnton High School with the score of 54-40. The Lady Wolves are playing excellent defense and shooting the ball really well, too, from the perimeter as well.
All right, we're just getting started here on the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. When we come back, we'll continue to preview the conference and the teams between Lincolnton and Maiden before we get you set up for tip-off here at Lincolnton High School. You're listening to Ronaldo Automall's broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. You care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231.
'Cause I saddle up my
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
'cause I saddle up my horse.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show here at Lincolnton High School, as Lincolnton's about ready to set to take on the Maiden Blue Devils. As currently in the girls' game, Lincolnton has pulled out to a big lead, 57-43, with 2.5 minutes remaining. As Maine trying to cut it down, but it looks like it's going to be too little, too late for the Blue Devils here in this game tonight. But Tim, you were looking at some of Maiden's opponents they were playing this year, and as you said, they like to keep it low scoring, but they've had some tough opponents, and they've done pretty well this year.
Yes, they have. The first game of the season they played back on November 25th. They played a team out of Fayetteville, North Carolina called Westover High School. They lost 51-47, but let me tell you something about that team, Evan. They're 11-1 overall, and they're 6-1 in conference. Really good basketball team. Defensive basketball team like the Maiden Blue Devils, and so that was a big win. Actually, it was a loss, but it was if you look at it in a roundabout way, the team they played is dominating their conference. So, you can look at it in two different ways, whether it's a good win for the Westover or it's a good win for Maiden because he stayed in the game with them with a really good basketball program there. Also, if you look on down the schedule, they have beaten, Lake Norman, actually St. Stephen's, which is pretty good. They got beat there in 3 overtimes, which is a pretty good basketball program. But East Lincoln, they got beat by East Lincoln 52-43 back on this past last Friday, actually. And then they play, Lake Norman Charter would be a big game on January 26th, and then East Lincoln on February the 2nd, and then they're going to round out the end of the season with the Lincolnton High School at Maiden. So tonight's a big game for the Maiden Blue Devils.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Maiden right now, they are in 4th place in the conference due to losing a tiebreaker a couple weeks back to Lake Norman Charter. They also lost to East Lincoln, so everyone's ahead of them right now. Has beaten Maiden. So if they can get this win tonight, that'll be huge for the program.
Absolutely.
To get a win over a team that's above them in the conference. Only a game back as of right now, of course. Still got everyone else is playing games tonight, as this is the first full go-round in the conference. And we'll circle back around starting next Friday for basketball to start back up for the conference play, because Of course, next week, Tim, testing goes around all across all the counties here in Lincoln County, at least.
Yes.
So not going to be seeing much basketball on Tuesday, if any. So be sure to catch that up. But, looking at Lincolnton, they have, only lost to South Iredell and the Bandies without Cordell Littlejohn. But other than that, it's been smooth sailing for the Wolves ever since that loss to Bandies.
Yes, you're right. Like I say, we was here last Friday night with Lake Norman Charter, and they beat Lake Norman Charter pretty handily. Took care of business there. They played North Lincoln this past Tuesday night, and Evan, you was at the game, and Lincoln played, from my understanding, pretty well that game.
They took care of business against North Lincoln, beat them pretty well, but honestly, they didn't play their best game. So Coach Cowie's probably going to say, hey, you can't play like this against Maiden, or Maiden's going to take advantage of you, because honestly, they should have put it out of control earlier on, but they didn't. They kept North in the game longer than they should have, but it's been a great couple of weeks for Lincolnton. They've been rolling through the conference, minus that one little hiccup against Bandies, but of course they get a pretty big start after the Newton game. They have to go against East Lincoln. They have to go against Bandies at Bandies. Then later on in that last week, they got to go against Lake Norman Charter, and they also have to go against Maiden in that last week or so. So, of course, it's backloaded for both teams, honestly, in the conference, for both these teams tonight in the conference play, where they have to play all the tough opponents to end conference play. So that's definitely going to be tough for both Maiden and Lincolnton down the stretch.
Yes, the East Lincoln game is going to be huge on January 23rd. That might be for the conference championship overall if Lincoln wins tonight and beats Maiden.
Yeah, and then to try to get the number 1 seed.
Sure.
Because we still have the conference tournament, which will be at CVCC.
Sure.
As it has been the past few years. So, of course, still a long ways to go in the conference play, but we're almost halfway there. And when we come back, we'll preview all the games that are going on in the conference and what's happened this week in the conference when we continue the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show at Lincolnton High School.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport. It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also check out the new Kimco 270. And Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts, totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty, starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27 east of Lincoln.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, we've reached the final here in the girls' game. Lincolnton beats Maiden in what is probably considered an upset, considering Maiden was on top of the conference. They beat Maiden pretty handily, 63-45. So Lincolnton off to a great week, 2-0 this week. Got a big win over North Lincoln and got a big win over Maiden. So that helps them out, improves their record. As now we're about 10 minutes away from introductions and tip-off. But before that, we're going to get into all the conference action that's happened this week. As First conference standings, first Lincolnton has the lead over East Lincoln via win over tiebreakers. So they're both 5-1 in the conference. Lincolnton's 12-2 overall. East Lincoln's 11-4. As Lincolnton enters the court here at the high school, as they're getting cheered on by the student section. In third place is Lake Norman Charter at 4-2. Maiden is at 4-2. Bandy's is at 3-3. As they're in fifth, and sixth is Newton Conover, who's 2-4, 3-11 overall. North Lincoln's 2-5 in conference play, 6-8 overall. And West Lincoln rounds out the conference at 0-7, 1-13 overall. For the games that happened earlier this week in the South Fork 2A conference play, Lake Norman Charter beat Bandy's 80-65. Lincolnton beat North Lincoln 77-43, as we mentioned earlier. Maiden beat Newton Conover in a close one, 55-48. And North Gaston, that's actually an upcoming game for tomorrow, but for East Lincoln. And for tonight's games, East Lincoln will be taking on Newton Conover. North Lincoln will be taking on Bandy's at Bandy's. And Lake Norman Charter will be taking on West Lincoln. So that's your South Fork 2A scoreboard for tonight. As we're less than 10 minutes away from tip-off here at Lincolnton High School. When we come back, we'll break down the game and tell you the keys to the game for tonight's action between the Lincolnton Wolves and the Maiden Blue Devils. You're listening to the Carolina Trust Bank pregame show, as it's a broadcast of Renato Automall on WLON 1050 AM.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. (2018) That's the year for your new Polaris from Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Check out the 2018 Polaris Slingshot, track ready and street legal, and priced at $28,999. And introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP1000. It's more rugged, more refined, it's more Ranger. Trade in and trade up at Full Throttle Power Sports. Exit 22 off I-85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Most of us understand that without daily attention to our teeth and regular visits to the dentist, painful dental conditions and tooth loss would result. Your dog and cat need dental care too. Most dogs and cats need a dental cleaning at least once, if not twice yearly. And know that November is Dental Month at Lincolnton Animal Hospital. Now, if you had your teeth cleaned at the dentist and then didn't brush your teeth at home, what kind of shape do you think your teeth and breath would be in? Yuck. See Lincolnton Animal Hospital today or call 704-732-0728.
Your CarQuest dealer is Eddie's Auto Parts. And now Eddie's Auto Parts is your authorized dealer for Summit Racing Equipment, plus rough country lift kits. Get your lawnmower batteries and automotive detailing and cleaning supplies too. So race on in to Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincoln.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
The Start Something New sales event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Now's the time to start the new year with a new Ram truck. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months or up to $12,734 in total value on select new 2017 Ram 1500 models. Come on in for all the details and then start something new the Start Something New sales event underway now at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby announces their year-end sales event. Get holiday savings across Ford's entire line of 2017 models. Get 0% APR Ford financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit cash. That's right, 0% financing plus $1,000 cash. Offer good on the Focus, C-Max, Fusion, Mustang, Taurus, Edge, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, F-150 trucks, and even the Transit and Transit Connect vans. See dealer for details. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. The new year brings new big savings from Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. Get up to $9,000 in total value on the new 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 4-wheel drive crew cab with SLT Premium Plus package. Plus drive away in a new 2017 Buick Envision, now at $7,500 below MSRP. And the new 2018 Stinger has arrived at only $299 per month for a 36-month lease. And get the 2018 Honda Fit for $169 a month for 36 months. See Ronaldo for all the details. Ronaldo Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RonaldoAutomall.com.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, about 4 minutes away from tip-off here between the Blue Devils and the Wolves, as you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. Evan Ludwig, Tim Johnson with you. Of course, got a big matchup here between Lincolnton and Maiden. Tim, what are going to be the keys for tonight's game for both teams?
Well, Maiden's going to bring some defensive pressure. So Lincolnton, to me, has got to get some numbers, possibly get some turnovers, get some numbers going back to get some easy baskets. But the perimeter, they're going to have to shoot the ball really well. I think Robbie Cowie's been shooting the ball well. He's been having a great season so far. So hopefully that'll continue here tonight. I think Tyshawn Harris, I really believe Tyshawn is going to be a big part of tonight because of his speed, his quickness, and hopefully he can get some turnovers and possibly get Lincoln off to a very good start here at Lincoln High School with the Wolves taking on the Maiden Blue Devils.
Of course, Tyshawn was great last week against Lake Number Charter.
Yes, he was.
Another good performance against North Lincoln Tuesday night.
Yes.
So, of course, Tyshawn's been getting better as the year goes along. Robbie Cowie didn't have to do that much Tuesday against North Lincoln, as a lot of the points came from down low, just attacking the hole. But, of course, Cowie always got him. Chris Robinson can do his thing. It's very balanced, unlike the last year when you had Sade Surratt taking up most of the points. You got a very balanced team with Cordell coming back, and so as well as Jamal, Tyshawn Harris, Chris Robinson, Robbie Cowie. Of course, while we're mentioning all these starting lineups, Tim, let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Let's do it. Starting for the Maiden Blue Devils, number 33, Mike Cook. That is number 33, Mike Cook for the Maiden Blue Devils. Number 1, Caleb McDaniel. Number 4, Avery Boyles. And number 12 is Mason High. And rounding out the top 5 is number 23, Luke Laney. That's your starting lineup for your Maiden Blue Devils. And for your Lincolnton Wolves, number 10, the man we just talked about, Tyshawn Harris. Number 22, your point guard, Chris Robinson. Number 32, Cordell Littlejohn. And number 33, Robbie Cowie. And number 44, Jamal Littlejohn. And that's your starting lineup for your Lincolnton Wolves.
All right, Lincolnton heads into this game tonight, as we mentioned earlier, 12-2 overall, 5-1 in conference play. Maiden at 11-4, 4-2 in conference play. If Maiden wins, they'd be tied and have a tiebreaker over Lincolnton heading into next week. So this could be a big win for the Blue Devils if they were able to. And their only conference losses are against the two teams that are ahead in between Lincolnton and Maiden in the standings, which is Lake Norman Charter and East Lincoln. And so Maiden being introduced right now. They're in all blue jerseys with white on the shoulders, as Lincolnton should be in their all-white jerseys tonight.
Yes, it's going to be a defensive game. I think Lincolnton, if they can get the outside shot going and get some turnovers, I think Lincoln can open this up tonight. I really do. I feel good about the Lincoln Wolves here tonight at Lincoln High School. The Maiden Blue Devils, they're coached really well. The coach, Danny Anderson, used to be at West Caldwell. He's a great coach there. He's taken over this program here at Maiden, and I'm sure he's got these Blue Devils flying high.
Yes, of course. We want to thank our pregame show sponsor, the Carolina Trust Bank. Also want to thank our other sponsors, Ronaldo Auto Mall. It's a Tyrell sponsor. Free throws tonight sponsored by Eddie's Auto Parts right beside the McDonald's in Boger City. Scoreboard sponsor is First Federal Savings Bank in Boger City, Lincolnton, and Denver. Halftime show tonight will be sponsored by Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, and we'll go for the LincolnCounty.com stat sheet with Tim Johnson. The stadium postgame show will be sponsored by Weston Sales, where we'll give away the Subway Sub of the Game and the Campers Inn Player of the Game. That is, all of our sponsors, be sure to support all of our local sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be able to broadcast all these high school sporting events.
Absolutely, and I want to say hello to all our listeners out there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you're not at the game tonight, it's a packed house here at Lincolnton High School, both sides of the floor. We're fixing to have our tip-off here, and the Lincolnton Wolves are taking the court right now with the Maiden Blue Devils, and so ought to be a great basketball game.
And, of course, it's been ugly outside today with the rain all over the area, but tonight it's very cool in here compared to what some of these high school gyms have been for the last couple of weeks. And we're about ready to tip it off here at Lincolnton High School. Jamal Littlejohn and Avery Boyles tips it off, and Maiden wins the tip-off. They'll be going right to left on your radio dial. Mike Cook has the ball, being guarded by Jamal Littlejohn. He gives it up to Boyles. He shoots a three. Too much on it, and it's no good. Rebounded by Robbie Cowie. And Cordell Littlejohn taking it up court left to right on your radio dial. He's going to attack the lane. He's going to kick it out to Robbie Cowie. He takes a three from the top of the key, and it rattles in good. Didn't take long for Robbie Cowie to make his first shot of the ball game. Caleb McDaniel has the ball on the right wing. Gives it up to number 23, Luke Laney. He gets it inside to number 12, who puts up in no good. Tries to get his rebound. It's no good by Mason High. Tyshawn Harris quickly taking it across half court. He's going to go coast to coast and get it in. And just like that, it's a 5-0 lead for Lincolnton. Just 40 seconds into this game. McDaniel has it up court. He's attacking the lane, going to drive it in, but it's blocked by Tyshawn Harris. All ball, kicks it out to Cook, who's going to drive it into baseline. Gets a shot up, no good. Only hit the backboard as Robbie Cowie gets the rebound.
Yeah, Lincolnton's crashing the boards really good. Tyshawn's playing great defense. Robbie hit a big three earlier, and here is a foul.
Passing. It went from Chris Robinson to Robbie Cowie, and then he saw the cutting, the slashing Tyshawn Harris try to go up for a layup. And the shot is no good, but a foul.
It's on Avery Boyles, number 4.
That's his first, and that'll be our first Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free throw line. Tyshawn Harris will be taking it. As we've said, he's been great this last week. First shot rattles out, no good. Lincolnton familiar with the score, but they were down 5-0 last Friday against Lake Norman Charter within the first minute.
Absolutely. I want to thank Eddie Auto Parts for being our sponsor here tonight for our free throws.
As the second one goes in, nothing but net for Tyshawn Harris. It's now a 6-point lead for the Wolves. McDaniels gives it up to Avery Boyles. He gives it up to Cook. And now back to McDaniel. He goes inside, and it's blocked by Cordell Littlejohn. Recovered by Tyshawn Harris. It's a 5-on-4 fast break. And pass is tipped, however, by Luke Laney. And a nice job of getting the hand into the lane, because that could have been a disadvantage being down 5-on-4.
One thing I noticed about Lincoln, they've got the height advantage without a doubt. They've got 2 or 3 inches inside over all of Maiden players. Maiden don't have a lot of height.
Chris Robinson kicks it out to Cordell Littlejohn, who thinks about a three, but McDaniel gets right on him. And now he's trying to get the offense back together. Gives it to Chris Robinson on the left wing, being guarded by Laney. As now Robinson tries to regroup this offense. And now pick set by Littlejohn. A three up and in by Chris Robinson. It's now a 9-0 lead for Lincolnton over Maiden. And we're not even 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah, outstanding offense and defense by the Lincolnton Wolves here tonight.
McDaniel has the ball. He gives it up to Boyles, who shoots a jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Cowie. And he gives it to Cordell Littlejohn. Lincolnton going across half court already. And Cordell gives it up to Cowie, gives it up to Chris Robinson, who gets it inside to Tyshawn Harris, who kicks it out to Cordell on the corner. Now off-bounce pass to Chris Robinson. He gets it to him as Lincolnton regroups, as Maiden is in a 2-3 defense here. Gives up to Robbie Cowie on the left wing. Cowie gets it inside to Cordell Littlejohn. Kicks it out to Chris Robinson. Robinson goes inside, gets to the corner for Cowie. He's going to take a three. It's up and in! 12-0. And Coach Anderson has to call a timeout here. Down 12-0. 2.5 minutes into this ball game. Lincolnton is on fire. It's a full timeout, and we'll be right back.
The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. The new year brings new big savings from Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. Get up to $9,000 in total value on the new 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 4-wheel drive crew cab with SLT Premium Plus package. Plus drive away in a new 2017 Buick Envision, now at $7,500 below MSRP. And the new 2018 Kia Stinger has arrived at only $299 per month for a 36-month lease. And get the 2018 Honda Fit for $169 a month for 36 months. See Renato for all the details. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoAutomall.com.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, Caleb McDaniel quickly went across half court and drove into the lane for the first basket of the night for Maiden. Lincolnton has the ball back. And now Chris Robinson has him on the left wing, gets it across to court to Robbie Cowie. He takes a right corner three. It's up and in. 3 3-pointers by Robbie Cowie. All of them nothing but net. 9 early points for the senior. McDaniel has the ball, gives it up to Boyles, who swings it over to Cook. Cook gets it on to the corner where McDaniels is at. He's going to take a corner three. Shot is in. Nothing but net. McDaniel scored all 5 points for Maiden as they're down 10. Chris Robinson at half court gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who thinks about going inside, but kicks it over to Robbie Cowie. 4 for 4 from behind the arc is Robbie Cowie. 18-5.
Cowie's having a career night. I mean, he's got unbelievable shooting outside. Hasn't missed anything all net.
Boyle has the ball on the left wing, gets a pick from his teammate. McDaniel now has it. He's going to try to drive into the lane, gets an off, contorted shot no good. Put back up and in by Josh Coulter. Coming off the bench, and now Cowie has the ball already across half court. Thought about kicking it out to Chris Robinson, but he was fouled before he passed it over. As Maiden was late to get into Cowie, that almost would have been another basket for the senior.
Yeah, Lincolnton, I love what I see out of Lincolnton's intensity. They're playing really good on defense. They're making Maiden shoot bad shots on the floor, so Lincolnton's playing excellent.
Cowie has the ball, gives it up to Chris Robinson, who gets some instructions from Coach Cowie. Gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn at the top. He's at the L mid-court, being guarded by Boyles. He thinks about driving in, and now Will gives it up to his brother Jamal, but it's blocked. Blocked by Boyles and rebounded by Coulter, and he's fouled by Cordell Littlejohn, who is trying to reach in. So Maiden here is, got blitzed in the first few minutes. They're down 12-0. They've at least gotten on the board here. It's 11-point lead for Lincolnton, 18-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
Haven't had a lot of fouls here so far. One by Maiden and one by Lincolnton.
And now a three-point shot by Mason High. It's up and in, good. That gets it within double digits, 18-10 to score. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball. He's going to attack the lane, and now actually just thinks, second guesses that, gives it up to Cowie, who's on the left wing, gives it back up to Cordell Littlejohn. He's trying to find Chris Robinson. He gives it up to Chris Robinson. Robinson trying to drive on McDaniel. Now kicks it over to Jamal Littlejohn, but it hits him right in the gut to where his hands were not at, and it's going to be a turnover.
Maiden coach here, Danny Anderson, head coach of the basketball team of the Maiden Blue Devils, he's substituting these kids really fast, trying to keep them fresh so he can put more pressure with them on defense.
After that 12-0 start, it's been an 6-10, 10-6 run for Maiden as a ball went loose and it was last touched by the Wolves, so Maiden has the ball on their own baseline now as Mason High is going to inbounce the pass for the Blue Devils. Gives it up to Avery Boyles, and Boyles thought about passing it, and now gives it up to number 30, passes it back to Mason High. He'll take a three with Chris Robinson guarding him, nothing but air on that one as it's bounded by Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn kicks it out to Chris Robinson, takes a corner three, rattles out, no good, but the rebound is still loose, and it's finally recovered by Mike Cook. Blue Devils have the ball back. Now Maiden gets the ball. Number 30 has the ball for the Blue Devils. Boyles, he gives it up to Cook on the right wing. And back up to Boyles at the top of the key. Now over to number 2, Coulter. Coulter trying to find someone to pass it to, and against this 2-3 zone, he'll give it back up to Boyles, and now Mason High will take a 3 from the right wing. It's up and in. 3-pointers all over the place. It's now 18-13. Maiden has cut the lead to 5 quickly.
Yeah, Maine's starting to heat up from the outside there, Evan. I tell you, and Lincoln's playing that 2-3 zone. It looks like they're going to have to play man because the 2-3 zone is going to benefit Maiden.
And now Maiden, it looks like they are running a 3-2 defense or man-to-man, as now Cordell Littlejohn has the ball, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets a pick from Tyshawn Harris. He'll take a spot-up jumper, and off the rim, no good. It rolled around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Coulter. Number 30, who I believe has passed it up to Boyles. Fakes a pass. Now Boyles trying to find someone. He stopped his dribble, gives it back up to number 30, and now kicks it inside to Coulter. Coulter loses his dribble, but gets it back, and it rolls in and good. It's now a one-possession game. Maiden has gotten quickly back into this game before the quarter was even ended.
Yeah, they played sensational on defense, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Lincoln. Skylar Evans has this down checked in the game for the Lincoln Wolves.
Gives it up to Tyshawn Harris, and now back to Cowie. Cowie trying to find some separation. Cordell Littlejohn go inside, and a charge is going to be called against Cordell Littlejohn. Nice job by Josh Coulter.
That is Cordell's second foul here tonight. Second foul, and we are in the first period with 1 minute 26 seconds left.
Well, they're gonna keep Cordell in the game, but Demetrius Ford checked in, and now they're going to quickly get Lane Hoover back into the game for his first time. And Lincolnton doesn't use their bench that often, so when a guy like Cordell Littlejohn gets in foul trouble, that takes away a leader, a senior, and also a lot of size. Yes,
take away a lot of height. You're right about that, Evan. Maiden, I tell you, they're substituting their players really fast, in and out, trying to keep them fresh.
McDaniel has the ball, trying to get some separation on Hoover. He'll give it up to Cook, and now Laney has the ball. He'll give it back up to number 30, and now Cook has the ball at the top of the key, and it's just hot potato between Cook and number 30. As now McDaniel's going to drive into the lane on Lane Hoover. He gets a shot up, no good. Rebounded, hit it, and passed back out by Cook. He gives it up to his teammate number 30. And now Coulter trying to find something at the end of the two-point line. Going to drive baseline on Ford, and a beautiful layup below the basket by Coulter. Doing a tremendous job off the bench for the Blue Devils, and it's now only a 1-point lead for Lincolnton.
That's 6 points for Coulter. He's playing a good game here tonight on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Robbie Cowie with the basketball right now, and I tell you, they need to get Robbie a shot.
Well, Cowie has 12 points. It was once 18-5. Ball is loose, and it's taken by Maiden. Number 30 trying to go on Chris Robinson. He'll cook a control shot up, and just like that, Maiden takes the lead after being down 14 just 4 minutes ago. Oh, my. Robinson slowing things down, wanting the last shot as Maiden crowd has gotten into this game. Lincolnton at a dead silence. You'd think it's the fourth quarter here. Chris Robinson trying to drive it in on Maiden. He dribble came in. Cook takes the ball. McDaniel, a half-court shot to end the quarter. Just short, no good. After 1 quarter of play, we've had a lot of scoring. Maiden leads Lincolnton 19-18 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back right after this.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast, 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274-27 West intersection in Vail. Call 704-276-1055.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, Robbie Cowie takes a 3 from the top of key and misses. Lincolnton down 19-18. Just 4 minutes into the first quarter, they were up 18-5. as much as now Maiden has quickly gotten back into this ball game and taken the lead. Coulter, who came off the benches, now going to drive it on.
That's an offensive foul.
Jamal Littlejohn suckered him in for an offensive foul. Of course, Cordell Littlejohn back in the game, but Cordell's got to be extremely careful. He's in foul trouble already with 2 fouls. As we got today to number 30, that was Casey Lee, who's doing a great job as he's going to get a breather from Mason High.
We're here in the second period, and the Maiden Blue Devils there are rotating their young men out. I mean, they're coming in and out, keeping them fresh.
That's what you do when you have a guy like Coach Anderson. As now Cordell Littlejohn going across half court, left to right on your radio dial. Being guarded by McDaniel. Jamal Littlejohn has it, and he's going to drive it inside on Coulter. The layup, no good. Rebounded by Coulter. Put a little too much on that one. Couldn't get it inside the box.
Yeah, a little bit too much English on that off the backboard there for Jamal Littlejohn of the Lincolnton Wolves.
And the pass is stolen by Chris Robinson, and it's a one-on-one fast break. He gets a shot up and in, and one opportunity for Chris Robinson as the foul's going to be on number 23, Luke Laney. Back and forth we go.
That's his 5th point for Chris Robinson, the sophomore for the Lincolnton Wolves, number 22. He's at the free throw line here for hopefully a 3-point play here for the Lincolnton Wolves, where the score is 20-19 make it 21.
Yeah, he got 3 points the hard way, did Chris Robinson on that possession, but he quickly gives up his defense assignment to Mason High, and now Coulter has it, swings it over to Laney for a corner 3, rattles out, no good.
Good rebound by Robbie Cowie, number 33.
Cordell Littlejohn gives it up to his brother Jamal. He's going to put a shot up and another charge on Jamal Littlejohn. Mason High, nice job getting himself set up. And just like that, both the Littlejohns have 2 fouls early in the second quarter. Oh, only one. Oh, both Littlejohns have gotten a foul on the charge. That's where I got it mixed up.
Yes, it was a charge earlier on Cordell, and then that charge right there on Jamal Littlejohn. So that's 2 fouls on Littlejohn, 1 foul on the Littlejohns too.
All right, McDaniel has the ball. Trying to get a half court. You're going to be double teamed by Cowie and Littlejohn, but he attacks the lane on Ford, and he gets a layup in to tie the game up. Chris Robinson going across half court as sweat is already dripping from all the players. Kicks it out to Cordell Littlejohn, who's going to drive into the lane. Gets a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Laney.
A little bit hard off the glass there for Cordell Littlejohn, the senior for the Lincoln Wolves.
And now Laney's going to give it inside, and now another pass, and it's loose, and it's stolen by Demetrius Ford. Cowie gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn as they go across half court. Tie ball game, only 2 minutes into this second quarter. Littlejohn fakes about shooting a 3, but gives it up to Chris Robinson, who's going to attack the lane on Mason High, but a pass is deflected and stolen by Boyles. Boyles going to try to attack the lane on Cowie's shot is no good. Only hit the bottom of the basket. And now Tyshawn Harris is going to use his speed to attack the lane. Rattles off, no good, but a foul coming up on Maiden.
So he'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Yeah, Mason High had a charge on an earlier possession on Jamal Littlejohn. Thought about trying to get a charge on Tyshawn Harris, but he was leaning backwards as Tyshawn Harris was going up. And Tyshawn Harris will have an opportunity for 2 points on the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line as Casey Lee going to check back in for the Blue Devils.
That's the first foul on Mason High there, number 12 for the Maiden Blue Devils.
Second.
That's his second foul?
Yeah, so that's why Casey Lee's checking
Gotcha.
in. 2 starters already in foul trouble for altogether, 1 on each team. First shot is in by Tyshawn Harris. Second one in, nothing but net. And now Lincolnton back up by 2. McDaniel has the ball, trying to tell Cook to slow it down, and now he's getting it fouled back from Cook. Going to be double teamed by Cordell Littlejohn and Cowie. Gives it back up to Cook. Cook trying to find someone to pass it to. Gives it up to Lee on the left wing. Lee gets a bounce pass that was intended for Cook, but McDaniels takes it and now gives it up to Laney. Laney being double teamed and gives it up to Boyles, who's going to attack the lane. Shot no good, but a foul coming up. It's going to be either on Tyshawn Harris or Chris Robinson. Let's see what their officials say. It's going to be on Chris Robinson.
That's his first foul.
And going to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line for the Blue Devils is number 4, Avery Broyles. And first shot is up and in. As Jamal Littlejohn checks in for Demetrius Ford, and Josh Coulter checks in for Mike Cook. Coulter been phenomenal off the bench so far tonight.
That's the first points for Avery Boyles here tonight.
Second shot, no good, off the back iron, rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn quickly taking across half court, gives it up to Cowie, and a 3, good from the wing. Cowie now up to 15 points, and it's a 4-point lead for the Wolves. McDaniel has it, gives it up to Lee. Lee being double teamed by Robinson and Harris. He gives it back up to McDaniel. He gets it inside the Boyles. He's going to take a jumper from the free throw line, and the bank is open. It's good. It's back to a 2-point lead for the Wolves. Cordell Littlejohn takes it up court, being guarded by McDaniel. He's thinking about driving inside. He kicks it out to Robbie Cowie. He'll take another three from the corner. Rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Coulter, but he loses it. But a foul on Jamal Littlejohn. Now Jamal Littlejohn has 2 fouls. So both your big men with size has 2 fouls in the second quarter. Coach Cowie going to have to make some decisions here, and it looks like he's keeping Jamal in. But he's going to change it up to a full court pressure now against the Maiden. Boyles inbounds it to McDaniel, gives it back up to Boyles, and now Lee has it. And now Coulter gets it out across half court and gives it up to Lee. Gets a spin move on Tyshawn Harris. He bounce passes it, and they're going to be a corner three by McDaniels. Rattles in and out, but then put back up and in by Coulter. And just like that, the ball game's tied back up. Jamal Littlejohn has it at the top of the key, gives it up to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson trying to drive baseline on Lee. Gets a contorted shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lee. Lee's got the fast break, but he's disadvantaged on 2-on-1. Gives it up to Laney, who gets it inside to McDaniel. Zips all across the place. Past his turnover. McDaniel has the ball, slowing it down. He gives it up to... Now he's trying to get some separation from Tyshawn Harris. He can't get much separation. He'll give it up to Coulter. Lee has it. Lee going to drive it inside. Now kick it out to Laney, who will shoot a corner three. Up and in! Maiden takes back the lead. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball back, directing the offense as he crosses half court. Going to be guarded by McDaniel. Littlejohn having to be careful with 2 fouls in the second quarter. Gives it up to Cowie, who's going to drive in the lane, but gets it inside. Jamal Littlejohn, shot no good, but a foul coming up on Laney.
He says we're not on air.
A trip to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line for Jamal Littlejohn coming up. First shot is up and in by Jamal Littlejohn.
That's his first point of the night here for the junior.
He's trying to get another free throw to cut the lead to 1. And it gets in.
So it's a 1-point game here tonight at the Lincoln High School, where the Maiden Blue Devils have a 1-point lead, 29-28 over the Wolves.
McDaniel passes tip, but taken back up by Lee. Lee gives it up to Cook, who's at the top of the key, and now he's trying to figure out who to pass it to. Gives it up to Boyle. Boyle goes inside, but kicks it back out to Lee, who gives it up to Cook. Cook trying to get something going, now gives it back up to Lee, who's going to take a couple steps out. The Lincolnton student section is berating him. And now bounce past the Boyles, and now Cook has the ball on the left, at the corner, the left corner. Gets a bounce pass into Lee, kicks it back out to Boyles, who takes a three. No good, off to the rim, little short, rebounded by Chris Robinson. Now Tyshawn Harris gets a contorted shot up, no good. And now McDaniel has the ball. Lincolnton is trailing by 1 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. And now 3, no good by Cook. Tyshawn Harris with the rebound. Tyshawn Harris trying to get a quick fast break point in. No foul, but the shot goes in as Lincolnton takes back the lead. And sorry, viewers, we were just off the air. Now we're back on. Lincolnton now takes a 30-29 lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Evan Ludwig and Tim Johnson with you. Sorry about the technical difficulties. As Lee has the ball for Maiden on the left wing. He gets a bounce pass into Boyles, who's being 4 Lincolnton Wolves around him. Gets a floater up and no good. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball with 2 fouls. He's going to drive into the lane. And a no-look pass to Cowie, who kicks it back out to Chris Robinson. And now gives it back up to Cordell. And now a elbow jumper by Tyshawn Harris touches nothing. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Maiden ball. We're fine. Minute 38 remaining, 30-29. Lincolnton is leading over Maiden. Back and forth we have gone since late in the first quarter. McDaniel has the ball, gives up the boy who did not see that one coming. Now he's going to drive it in the lane, but kick it back out to Laney, who will take a three from the left wing, and it goes in. Maiden takes back the lead. Cordell Littlejohn driving across half court, gives it up to Chris Robinson. He'll take a three from the wing, and it's in. Lincolnton takes back the lead. Lead changes galore here in tonight's game. McDaniel has the ball being guarded by Robinson. A quick double team coming up, but he gives it up to Cook. Cook trying to get a bounce pass, but thinks better of it, gives it back to McDaniel, who gives it up to Coulter, who's at the three-point line on the left wing. Gets it inside to Cook, and he gets a pass that trips up McDaniel, but taken by Laney. Gives up to Cook. Cook fought about three, but gives it inside to Coulter. Shot no good, but a foul coming up on Robbie Cowie, who's trying for a charge. That'll get Coulter to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line.
That should be Robbie Cowie's first foul here tonight. It is a 33-32 lead. The Lincoln Wolves 1 point lead over the Maiden Blue Devils. Maiden looking to tie it up on this shot.
Yeah, Coulter at Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, and he gets that shot in. Coulter been tremendous off the bench tonight. Really, I mean, it's one of the first times Lincoln's had to go against a guy that has a familiar type of size, and that's caused a lot of trouble for the big boys of the Little Johns, as Coulter's held his own tonight.
Yes, he has. He's a good basketball player.
Coulter trying to give Maiden the lead once again with this free throw attempt. He's slowly waiting, and now he gets a shot up, and it rolls in. Maiden takes a 1 point lead, 34-33, with 47 seconds and counting remaining in the first half.
Chris Robinson, the sophomore, brings the basketball down, pass out to Cordell Littlejohn.
Littlejohn going to attack the lane, but he'll kick it back out to Lane Hoover, who's checked back in the game. Cowie not happy about what's happening, and now give it up to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson trying to burn off a little bit of clock here. 24 seconds remaining in the half. Being guarded heavily.
Lincoln's trying to hold it for the last shot of the period.
Yeah, that's what Cordell's waiting on now with 14 seconds now.
Look for a dish out to Robbie Cowie or possibly to Chris Robinson for a three. Got 8 seconds left.
Cordell trying to pass it to someone. Now he's going to give it up to Chris Robinson. Robinson doesn't have much room, but he'll take a bad shot. It's no good. That'll end the first half of play as Maiden is leading 34-33 over Lincolnton. We'll be right back for the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast. 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274-27 West intersection in Vale. Call 704-276-1055.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. Start the new year off strong with a new Chevrolet or GMC truck from Abernathy's Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincolnton. Coming now for huge New Year savings. Get up to $9,600 in total value on the new 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT with 4-wheel drive. And get $9,000 in total value on the 2018 GMC Sierra 1500 4-wheel drive Crew Cab with SLT Premium Plus package. Come in for all the details at Abernathy's Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street in Lincoln. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Sleep apnea is the interruption of sleep by a blockage to breathing. 8 million Americans go undiagnosed for sleep apnea. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton can help you with sleep apnea problems. John III is a member of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He can help you now overcome the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea, such as excessive daytime sleep, loud snoring, episodes of breathing cessation where you stop breathing, dry mouth and sore throat, morning headaches, insomnia, attention problems, and more. John III is concerned that patients don't know there are treatments for obstructive sleep apnea, from CPAP to dental appliances or even surgery. John III offers a free consultation for anyone with symptoms of sleep apnea. Just call 704-735-2765 or come by 904 Doncha Drive in Lincolnton to make an appointment. Sleep longer, smile better, live happier. Let Dr. John L. Cloninger III put his 21 years of dentistry experience to work for you.
And now back here at Lincolnton High School, we're on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Maiden leads Lincolnton 34-33 at halftime, as you're now listening to the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show. And, I mean, Tim, it's been back and forth, but, you know, early on in this ball game, it looked like it was going to be a Lincolnton rout.
Yeah, Lincolnton jumped out to a really big lead. They had, what, a 15-0 lead at one time?
It was 18-5.
18-5.
You know, and that's when things started to change. But, I mean, it seemed like, as we said, Lincolnton was on a rout. Cowie was not missing anything from behind the arc within those first 4 minutes. And then something clicked for Maiden. Coach Anderson got the guys to calm down, and, well, they have taken back the lead. The lead's been, you know, shared back and forth as we've gone here, and it's really created an entertaining game. But also another key, Tim, is that they've gotten two of the big guys in foul trouble, both of the Little Johns.
Yes, both of them, Jamal and Cordell, both of them's got 2 fouls. So I know Coach Cowie's concerned about that because they're 2 of their best players, and especially on defensive wise, those 2 boys, they play down low. And so anyway, from what I see of the game so far, Maiden has made a lot of good adjustments throughout the game to put pressure on Lincolnton. Like you said, Cowie jumped out to a big first half shooting the ball, just sensational. And he had like 4 or 5 threes right off the bat. And it looked like Lincoln was going to run away with the game. But right now, it looks like to me that Maiden's got the upper hand. I mean, they're playing really good.
Yeah, it really is going to depend on what happens with the Little Johns, with them having 2 fouls. If one of them or both of them even get a third foul early on in this third quarter, that could really doom Lincolnton as they rely on them to really clean up the boards. But I'll tell you what's probably been a big difference maker is who's coming off the bench for Maiden. Josh Coulter has really been the first guy that has matched, besides Kavian McClendon, who's really matched the Little Johns in size in conference play.
Speaking of Josh Coulter, he's got 10 points right now. He's had a great game so far coming off the bench. Also, Kenneth McDaniel's got 7 points, so they're the leading scorers for the Maiden Blue Devils. For the Lincolnton Wolves, of course, Robbie Cowie with 15, and then Chris Robinson, the sophomore, has 9 points. And so, you know, one thing about Lincolnton, they're not scoring down low. Most of their points are coming from outside, Evan.
Yeah. I mean, both sides have really been shooting pretty well from behind the arc, and it's just a lot of it is transition D, especially in that second quarter. I mean, we've seen Lincolnton take advantage of teams with transition D, but now Maiden was taking advantage of Lincolnton on their transition D, and that's what's really created a lot of points. As it's been wild and chaotic all over the place. So, I mean, we've got ourselves a very good game, and with that, I mean, if Maiden wins tonight, they'd be able to be on a tie with Lincolnton, and they'd have that tiebreaker over Lincolnton.
Yes.
So that is
big game for Maiden, without a doubt, because they got to play again in the last game of the season, and that's going to be at Maiden. Let me ask you a question, Evan. Do you see Lincolnton coming out playing man-to-man? Because in the first period, they played man-to-man, and they played really well. Yeah, when they went to the zone, it's like Maiden took advantage of that.
Well, and it's pretty hard because if you're Cowie, you're like, well, most of the time the 2-3 zone works extremely well against teams, and that's what I use most of the time. But it just depends on what happens. You know, basketball's a game of runs, and we've seen these runs in the first half. I think whoever initiates the defense first in this third quarter is going to be the one who ends up winning the ball game. But, you know, we said it was going to be a low-scoring game, but already over 60 combined points in tonight's game. So defense really hasn't been the biggest factor.
I'm anxious to see what kind of adjustments that Coach Bob Cowie made for the Lincoln Wolves during halftime. So, you know, shooting the ball, Robbie Cowie, he's lighting it up.
but he's been quiet in that second quarter, so he needs to find a way to get back into this game. And when we come back, we'll have the second half tip. Second half will be starting back up here on WLON 1050 AM. You're listening to Renato Automall's coverage on WLON 1050 AM. We'll be right back right after these messages.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The Sub of the Day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, about ready to start the second half of play. Want to thank our halftime show sponsor, Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Go get yourself a Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge today or tomorrow, because they're closed right now. But when we start back up, we'll be having a Lincolnton trailing 34-33 over Maiden. What are the keys to the second half for Lincolnton to pull this one out, Tim?
I think the key to the second half for the Lincolnton Wolves, they're going to have to probably, I think they're going to have to come out and play some man-to-man, and I think they're going to have to get some points on the inside and not rely so much on the outside. They can shoot from the outside. They got Chris Robinson, Robbie Cowie, and they can put it up from out there. But they're going to have to get some points from the inside, because if they don't, Maiden's just going to go out to the outside to perimeter and just play there and just keep them from scoring from outside. And that's how they'll beat Lincoln if that happens.
And what does Maiden need to do to win this game?
Just basically what I said about Lincoln. They need to pretty much stop Lincoln's inside play and make them shoot from outside and put pressure on the perimeter out there. And hopefully Lincolnton, if they start scoring from the inside, that's going to open up the outside. And they missed a lot of layups, too. Cordell missed a lot of layups, also Jamal. They got to make those shots when they drive to the basket.
And Maiden will have the ball to start the second half, left to right on your radio dial, WLON 1050 AM. Boyles has the ball. He'll give it up to Luke Laney, who swings it over to Cook. And Cook trying to find somewhere to go with two guys on his right side, but being guarded. Gets a bounce pass over to Boyles, who's being guarded by Robbie Cowie. Man-to-man, as Tim said.
Lincolnton's man-to-man, absolutely.
And Maiden having a tough time trying to create some separation. Mason High has the ball, gives it up to McDaniel, who's being guarded by Tyshawn. And shot rolls in by McDaniel. The foul's going to be on Tyshawn Harris. So it took 30 seconds, but not only does Maiden get a best basket to start the second half, they also get a foul on Tyshawn Harris. And on opportunity at a three-point play as McDaniels goes up to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. And the shot is up and in. He gets 3 points the hard way, does Caleb McDaniel.
That's Tyshawn Harris' first foul tonight here at Lincoln High School.
Cowie has the ball, gives it from Chris Robinson, gives it up to Jamal, and now back to Cowie, who's on the right wing, and a pick set by Jamal gives for Chris Robinson as he attacks the lane, and the shot goes up and in. So trading baskets to start the first half are Lincolnton and Maiden, as Caleb McDaniel has the ball. He's going to attack the lane on Tyshawn again, and that's two quick fouls. Continuation not going to count on this one. But McDaniel attacking on the right side of Tyshawn Harris, and within a minute it's created two fouls as Cowie's going to get in Skylar Evans.
Yeah, that's big for the Maiden Blue Devils there to get two fouls on Tyshawn Harris. He's their specialty when it comes to defense.
Takes away the speed as McDaniel has the ball, gives it up to Mason. Luke Laney will take a three, and it's up and in. Laney has been sensational from behind the arc tonight for the Blue Devils.
That's his ninth point. That's his third three-pointer here tonight.
Cordell trying to get it inside to his brother Jamal. He gets it in, and now he's going to attack the lane. He gets it in. Mason High was trying to get a charge, but it doesn't work. Nice job in the paint by Jamal Littlejohn. That cuts it to within three. Laney has the ball at the top of the key, gives it up to Cook. Cook trying to get it inside to High, but he'll swing it over to Boyles, who swings it over to Laney, who swings it over to the right corner to Cook. Now back to Laney on the right wing. Now over to Boyles, who's being guarded by Cowie. McDaniel's going to drive inside on Skylar Evans, and the shot is no good, but he gets a foul on Skylar Evans. Evans was wanting a push off, but he's not going to get it.
Skylar Evans' first foul here tonight, number 42 for the Lincolnton Wolves. Lincoln is still in the man-to-man defense.
As Caleb McDaniel's been aggressive to start the second half. Every time he's gotten the ball, he's driving it on the right side of the lane. As he's at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, the first shot is up and in, good. 41-37 now on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Does Maiden lead? Second shot up and in. Both shots are good. As Maiden has been terrific from the free throw line tonight.
That's his fifth point here tonight in the third period with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Cowie has the ball being guarded by Cook. He's going to drive it on Cook. Layup is short, rebounded by Laney. Laney slowing it down, trying to regroup here. He swings it over to Cook and now back over to Laney. Laney being guarded by Cordell Littlejohn, who'll give it up to Caleb McDaniel, who's now going to try to find something, being guarded by the much bigger Jamal Littlejohn, as Coulter's going to be checking in on the next dead ball. And Mason High has the ball, gives it up to McDaniel, being guarded by Evans. He'll take a three from the right corner. McDaniel has started off the second half on fire. And just like that, a timeout is called. We'll be right back.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, where Maiden leads 45-37. Caleb McDaniel must have gotten some of MJ's secret stuff at halftime, as he has scored all of Maiden's points here in the second half. Cordell gives it up to Jamal Littlejohn. He's trying to get it inside to Chris Robinson. He'll give it up to Skylar Evans. He's trying to give it inside to Cordell Littlejohn, but nice defense by Maiden as Chris Robinson has the ball. And a foul is going to be called on Caleb McDaniel. Chris Robinson giving Caleb McDaniel a taste of his own medicine, driving to the lane.
That's his first foul tonight. That is Mr. Caleb McDaniel, number 1 for the Maiden Blue Devils. And Lincoln would take the ball out of bounds up under the basket. Cordell Littlejohn is throwing the ball in. Robbie Carey with the basketball.
He's on the left corner, gives it up to Chris Robinson. Robinson looking at Cordell trying to get inside, but Coulter doing a phenomenal job on defense tonight for the Blue Devils. Try to get inside Jamal Littlejohn, who loses control of the ball, but a push is going to be called on Mason High. The pass was a little bit to the left of Jamal, and Jamal wasn't ready for the pass. He didn't see it coming. Was a little late to it, but a foul is going to be called on Mason High, and that'll check in Casey Lee, as that is Mason High's third foul. He's the only Blue Devil in foul trouble. Cowie's going to inbounds it to Cordell Littlejohn, who gives it up to Jamal Littlejohn. Now back to Robbie Cowie, followed by the 3 for a quick second. He swings it back over to Jamal, now back to Cowie. Now Chris Robinson has the ball, being guarded by the much smaller Casey Lee. Cowie has the ball on the right wing, who gives it back up to Chris Robinson, who's going to attack the lane, but he'll kick it out to Cordell, who take a 3 from the wing. It's up and in.
It's a big basket by the Lincoln Wolves out by Cordell Littlejohn, the senior, here tonight. That's his first basket of the third period. Lincoln's got to get the ball down low. They got to get some inside buckets.
As Lee gives it to Coulter, who now gives it to Cook. And now Lee has it on the corner of the left side, and now back to Coulter. Now swings it over to Laney. Now Cook has it on the right wing, swings back over to Laney. Now back to Coulter. Now back to McDaniel, who'll take a 3 from the left wing. It was deep, no good. Rebounded by Cowie. The first time we've seen him miss in a while by Maiden. As Cordell Littlejohn thinking about driving to the lane. Coulter is going to foul Cordell Littlejohn as he was giving up the pass to Skylar Evans. As we're going to see Boyles check back into the game for the Blue Devils. Lincolnton trailing 45-40 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, almost halfway through the third quarter. 3 fouls on each side, so we're probably going to see the bonus come into effect in the fourth quarter. Skylar Evans gives it up to Chris Robinson. Robinson now going to take a 3 from the top of the key. It rattles in and out, no good. Rebounded by Boyles. As now McDaniel has the ball, gives up to Casey Lee. Now back to McDaniel. It's now McDaniel has the ball. He gets it inside to Coulter, who traveled as he was being double-teamed by Jamal Littlejohn and Skylar Evans, as Coulter not a big fan of that call whatsoever.
We've got 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the third period with the Maiden Blue Devils on top of the Lincolnton Wolves, 45-40.
As Cordell Littlejohn taking it up court for the Wolves, going right to left on your radio dial. Cordell trying to get something going. He gives it over to Chris Robinson, who gets past Casey Lee, tries to get inside to Jamal Littlejohn. The ball is loose and taken back by Cordell Littlejohn, but taken back by Luke Laney. McDaniel's going to check the lane. Oh, Skylar Evans shot no good, but another way. Actually, the foul is on Caleb McDaniel.
That is a big foul right there on Caleb McDaniel. That's his second foul here tonight.
Lincolnton was wanting that foul call earlier on in the quarter. Now they got it.
That was a good defensive play by Lee, number 30 for the Maiden Blue Devils.
Seeing a whistle blew there, I don't know what it was for. But now Lincolnton has the ball. Chris Robinson going to take it up court for the Wolves. As Coach Anderson trying to get his Blue Devils to play some intense defense, as they have been for pretty much the whole night, minus those first few minutes. Robbie Cowie going to take a three, up and in. Cowie gets his first three of the second half. McDaniel has the ball, gives it up to Coulter, who's at the top of the key, and now give it back up to the more quicker Lee, Casey Lee, gives it back up to Coulter, and the ball is loose, but Coulter gets it back. He bounce pass, and
reach-in
fouls. The ball is being passed.
That's on Jamal Littlejohn.
No, it's on Chris Robinson.
So Chris
Robinson was the guy who got the foul. Now, 3 of Lincolnton's starters are with 2 fouls, as Mike Cook checks back in for the Blue Devils.
That's Robinson's second foul here tonight.
Now inbounds pass goes across half court to Casey Lee, who give it up to McDaniel, and now to Cook on the left corner. Now back to McDaniel, back to Cook, inside to Boyles. Boyles going to take a shot, and it's up and in over Robbie Cowie. And now Maiden leads 47-43 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Skylar Evans has the ball, gives up to Robbie Cowie. Cowie passes it to Cordell Littlejohn on the left corner. And now he gives it up to Jamal Littlejohn. Shot is up and in, and one opportunity for Jamal Littlejohn, as he was aggressive as Mike Cook was trying to go up and try to block it. Coach Anderson was not happy about that call.
No, he was not. And I tell you, Lincolnton's got a height advantage with their point guard with Chris Robinson. He's got about 6 to 7 inches on number 30, who is Lee from the Maiden Blue Devils. If I was Lincoln, I'd be looking to take the ball inside with Robinson, either shoot or dish it out.
Free throws up and in by Jamal Littlejohn on the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, as Lincolnton now going with a full court press. Coulter gives it up to Casey Lee. Lee is being guarded by Robbie Cowie, trying to give it up. He gives it up to Boyles, who gets it up to Coulter. They were wanting to travel there. Now inside to Cook, and he gets the layup and in. They break the full court press, and they got the lead back up to 3. Chris Robinson now has the ball. He's going to attack it on Lee, but Coulter comes up with some help defense, and Chris Robinson travels. Nice save by Josh Coulter there to help out his teammate, Casey Lee. Lincolnton still in the full court press as McDaniel gives it up to Cook, and now Lee has it across half court. He's very fast and tiny, but he gets a shot up and in. Put back no good by Coulter. The foul coming up on Jamal Littlejohn, as they were both going for the rebound. And that's Jamal's 3rd foul.
Yes, 3 on Jamal Littlejohn, the junior for Lincolnton High School. And like you said, number 2, that is Josh Coulter, be going to the line to shoot a pair of free throws.
Coulter at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Some big free throws coming up.
Yeah.
Bounces off the back of the rim, no good. And now Tyshawn Harris checking in for Jamal Littlejohn.
We got 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third period. And it is a tight ball game, 49-46 with the Blue Devils on top of the Lincolnton Wolves.
And Coulter trying to get that second shot up and in his slow free throw chances. He finally gets it up off the back iron again, rebounded by Skylar Evans.
Lincoln got a break there.
Missed both free throws. This Maiden's been very well
telling
tonight.
You, absolutely. That's huge for the Lincoln Wolves with those 2 missed free throws by the Maiden Blue Devils.
Chris Robinson has the ball being guarded by the much smaller Lee, but a pass, it's stolen, but almost stolen, as Cordell tripped up by Caleb McDaniel. No foul call, but fortunately for Lincolnton, Caleb McDaniel last touched it as he was trying to steal the ball.
I tell you, Evan, the lane is open for Chris Robinson to take Lee to the basket.
Now Lee guarding Chris Robinson. Cowie has the ball, gives it back up to Chris Robinson, swings it over to Cordell Littlejohn. He'll take a three from the left wing, up and in! That left wing three has been very good tonight for Cordell Littlejohn in this third quarter as Lincolnton takes a timeout. It's a full timeout, and we'll be right back.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, a tie ball game between Maiden and Lincolnton. Caleb McDaniel driving in on Robbie Cowie. Shot is no good. It looked like some contact there, but no foul. Cordell quickly takes it up court, and he now is trying to kick it out to Robbie Cowie. He'll take a deep three. Up and in, Robbie Cowie! Oh my!
That's the key right there. Drive to the basket, look for Cowie outside, let him spot up and shoot that three.
Now a foul call inside the paint. I believe it's on Demetrius Ford. Yes, it is on Demetrius Ford, the senior.
That's his first foul of the night.
And the next foul for Lincolnton will put Maiden in the bonus. Cook inbounding it to Casey Lee. Casey Lee gives it up to Caleb McDaniel. Gives it up to Matt Cook on the left corner. He's trying to find someone to pass it to. Running out of time, gives it up to Caleb McDaniel, who's going to drive in. Floats it up in the air, off the back iron, no good. Gives up a Tyshawn Harris. Tyshawn Harris trying to get past Casey Lee. He kicks it out to Chris Robinson. Robinson being guarded by the much smaller Lee, and Chris Robinson's only 5'10".
Yeah, Robinson's got at least 6 inches on that young man. He looks like he's about 5 foot, maybe 5'4", 5'5".
And Robinson gives it up to Cowie, who's being double teamed, but gives it back up to Chris Robinson as they're trying to reset the offense. As Maiden putting an emphasis on trying to double team
Robinson's
Cowie.
got the lane if you'll take him. He's got the lane. He's got him right there.
We got
it is.
29 seconds remaining. You're possibly waiting for the final shot of the third quarter. Lincolnton leads by 3. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball, loses control of it, and it's going to be Maiden ball. Nice defense there by Avery Boyles on Cordell Littlejohn, as they're going to get in their three-point shooters in the final seconds of the quarter. They get in Luke Laney, and they also get in Mason Hyde checking back in for the Blue Devils.
It's a 21.3 seconds here in the third period. It's 52-49 with Lincolnton on top.
Caleb McDaniel has the ball.
17 seconds.
As he gives it to Coulter, Mason High has the ball. He's driving it inside the left baseline. He gets a shot on the left baseline. That was possibly tipped by Chris Robinson. Rebounded by Demetrius Ford, and a foul on Josh Coulter. That's his third foul, as we'll see Boyles check back in. And also Casey Lee, as they're trying to make some defense adjustments here. Coulter thought about checking back in. Now we got 6 Blue Devils on the court. Now to get 5 back as Laney goes back to the bench. Full court press by Lincolnton, by Maiden, 6 seconds left. Chris Robinson having to take a quick shot. He's being double teamed, gives up to Cowie to take a three.
Fouled.
No good.
He was
fouled, but no call's going to be called.
He was fouled. Bob Cowie, the head coach, basketball coach for Lincoln Wolves, is highly upset. Most definitely fouled.
And we'll be back for the fourth quarter play where Lincoln leads 52-49.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owners insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, Lincolnton leading by 3 over Maiden. Inside pass from Littlejohn, almost loses it as he gets it inside, passes to Tyshawn Harris. A quick shot up and in for the Lincolnton Wolves as Maiden now trailing by 5 within 15 seconds of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fireworks before we went to that break. Coach Bob Cowie got a warning from the referee. So
could have easily been a technical.
Coulter
driving it inside on Jamal Littlejohn. And I don't know if the foul's going to be all ball or 44 Jamal Littlejohn. They said he slid into him. And that's going to be Jamal Littlejohn's fourth foul. So now that'll send Coulter to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. But remember, the last time Coulter went to the free throw line, he missed both of his shots on the back iron.
Coach Cowley's going to bring Littlejohn out probably for about 4 or 5 minutes and then put him back in.
First shot,
and
short.
Off the front of the rim. Skylar Evans checks in for the Lincolnton Wolves. Jamal Littlejohn checks out. So the senior Skylar Evans, number 42, is in the game now.
Yeah, Skylar Evans is as physical as Jamal, but he does have a good bit of size, 6 foot.
He does.
Coulter trying to get a second shot in. As Maiden lose control, the shot is up and in. So Coulter goes 1 for 4 in his last 2 free throw trips. As he's kind of limping off the court as it's now a 4-point lead for Lincolnton on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
54-50 with the Lincolnton Wolves on top. Lincolnton has battled back. They were down at halftime and down the whole entire third quarter to the end of it. So we got a ball game here, Evan.
Yeah, it's been going back and forth the whole way. Lincolnton has it. Cordell Littlejohn at top of key trying to get Tyshawn to come up court. Tyshawn being guarded by Laney. He gives it up to Skylar Evans. Laney and now swings over to Chris Robinson for a corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Skylar Evans. A nice job now. Cordell thinks about a 3. Kicks it over to Cowley. Corner 3 from the left wing. Rolls in and out. No good. Cook with the rebound. McDaniel going up court. McDaniel being guarded by Cordell Littlejohn. Now gives it up to Luke Laney. Now back to McDaniel. Over to, if this was in the way. There we go. And now a shot up and no good. It was shot by Mason High. Rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn swings it over to Cowie, who's being double teamed. Back to Littlejohn. He's being guarded by McDaniel. Kicks it out to Cowie on the right wing. Now gives it up to Chris Robinson to slow things down and set things up.
Got 6 minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth period with 54-50 Lincoln on top.
Cowie has the ball as someone falls down for Maiden. They go inside to Skylar Evans in the paint, who lobs it over to Robbie Cowie, and Robbie Cowie gives up to Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn going to attack it now, kick it out to Chris Robinson. The pass is off balance, but Chris Robinson attacks the lane, gets the layup, and is fouled.
That is a great play. I tell you who made that play. Cordell Littlejohn made that play. He drew the defense to him, dished it out. Chris Robinson took the ball to the basket, made a going for a three-point play.
And that pass was a little bit to the left of Chris Robinson, so he had to adjust. And then quickly just arched his way into the lane. He gets a foul. The foul is going to be on Mike Cook, so let's see if Chris Robinson can get 3 points to Hardaway. No, he can't. It rattles in and out. Rebounded by Cook, who got the foul, gives it up to McDaniel. Maiden trails by 6 with 6 minutes remaining. McDaniel gives it up to Mason High, who attacks the lane on Tyshawn Harris. Shot is up and in, and it's now a 4-point lead for Lincolnton.
Yeah, great shot there by number 12, Mason High.
Chris Robinson slowly going across half court as we speak with under 6 minutes to go. Lincolnton up by 4. Boyles is guarding Chris Robinson at the top of the key, who gives it up to Cowie. Cowie almost being double teamed and now gives it back up to Chris Robinson. Boyles is almost breathing on Chris Robinson, the defense he's playing. Robinson trying to create some separation, goes inside now, swings it back over to Cowie, who gives it back up to Robinson so he can refresh the offense.
You notice they put a taller person on Chris Robinson. They did that. They took
Littlejohn loses control, but Chris Robinson gains it. Ball is blocked, but a foul coming up on Matt Cook. They said Matt Cook made contact with Chris Robinson.
Yeah, that's his third foul too, Mike Cook.
And that could be the biggest foul of the ball game so far.
You got Robinson, who is a really good free throw shooter. Number 22 going through the free throw line to shoot 3 fouls, 3 free throws. Eddie Auto Parts free throws here tonight. These are big free throws here, Evan.
And Robinson, first shot is short, but couldn't get the lucky bounce. So they can at least get the lead to 6 if Robinson makes both of his free throws.
These are big free throws here for Chris Robinson, the sophomore.
He makes the second one. Of course, he's used to these big free throws in big situations. Made the game-winning free throws against East Lincoln in the conference championship game last year as a freshman. Robinson made the second one. He's gotten the lead to 5.
Lee has checked in the game for the Maiden Blue Devils, so I'm sure that he'll be on Robinson to try to put some pressure on him.
Now shot is up and in by Robinson. Makes 2 out of 3, gets the lead up to 6. Full court press by the Wolves. Boyles has the ball, gives it up to Lee. Lee trying to get across half court, gets it to Laney, who kicks it inside the Coulter, who gets the layup up and in, and gets the lead back down to 4.
Tay Coulter's had a great game.
Tremendous game off the bench.
Absolutely.
And Lee has been a great facilitator for the Blue Devils despite his size deficiencies.
We got 5 minutes left in the fourth period here with the Lincoln Wolves on top, 58-54 of the Maiden Blue Devils here. You're listening to the Ronaldo WLON Lincolnton High School WLON basketball game of the week.
Chris Robinson being guarded by Lee, gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who's going inside. He thinks about going inside now. He gets a clear lane. He has to change his shot. The shot is no good. Rebound is loose. And now Tyshawn Harris gets it, but a timeout was called. And, oh, man, Coach Cowley's not happy about the timeout being called because Tyshawn Harris got the ball up and in, but the shot will not count. We'll be right back right after this 30-second break.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here at Lincolnton High School where Coach Cowley called a 30-second timeout right as Tyshawn Harris was gaining control of the ball.
Yeah, he did.
And the shot went in, so the shot will not count. A 4-point lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 58-54, Lincolnton leads with 4:36 remaining. Robbie Cowley going to inbounds the pass for the Wolves. And they're going to think about the alley-oop to Tyshawn Harris, but Chris Robinson gets the inbound pass on the open corner 3 for Cowley. It's up and in. A nice adjustment and audible by Robbie Cowley. Nice job by Chris Robinson for being heads up, too. Luke Laney has the ball, and they're now trailing by 6. Tyshawn Harris steals the ball, but can't get the ball in time as it goes out of bounds.
Tyshawn Harris with a great effort there.
That could have possibly been the ball game there if Tyshawn Harris was able to get the steal and basket. Maid's going to have to slow it down here a little bit. As now Casey Lee has the ball being guarded by Chris Robinson. He's trying to find Caleb McDaniel. Finally does. McDaniel going on the lane on Jamal Littlejohn. Shot no good, but put back up and in by Josh Coulter. What a nice job by Coulter being at the right spot at the right time.
61-56 here at Lincolnton High School with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the fourth period.
Chris Robinson picks up his dribble but gets it inside the Cordell Littlejohn, and he gets an easy layup as McDaniel's mad someone was late on their defense assignment. And it's now 63-56. Time is running out for the Blue Devils. Almost stolen by Robinson, but Lee has the ball. Lee gets it inside to Coulter, who's been very well tonight. Bounces over to Laney. Now back inside to Coulter. He gets a layup and a foul. And that's probably, is that on Jamal Littlejohn? That's his 5th foul. Basket's good. The foul is on Jamal. That's his 5th. He's out. Jamal is out of the game. A big foul late in the game as Coulter just took advantage of Jamal. Jamal has not been taken advantage of like this in the game this year.
That's huge for the Maiden Blue Devils. Jamal Littlejohn leads the game with 4 points here tonight. And Coulter is having a career game off the bench.
Coulter has to make this free throw here to get it within 4. He struggled at the free throw line tonight. And now the shot will not count because Luke Laney jumped over the lane. It's just Coulter's free throw takes so long for him to finally get a shot up. He was losing balance, was trying to hold it. He's been close before, but the shot was no good. Would have been no good anyway. Lincolnton leads with 3.5 minutes, 63-58 over Maiden.
It's a 5-point lead here tonight.
Chris Robinson has the ball. Going to cross half court. Going to try to find an open shot. He gives it over to Cowley. Oh, and it's stolen. Taken back by Cowley. And now ball is still loose. Everyone down for it. Coulter gets it. And he gives it up to McDaniels. A timeout called by Maiden. What a nice defensive effort by Josh Coulter. A full timeout, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, Maiden going to inbounds the pass for trailing by 5 with a little over 3 minutes left. Inbounds to Luke Laney. He's going to give it up to Caleb McDaniel on the right wing. McDaniel being guarded by Cordell, but gives it back up to Luke Laney. Laney trying to find someone inside, but gives it back up to McDaniel on the left side. He'll take a three from the wing, and it's up and in. Back within a one-possession game, thanks to Caleb McDaniel's three-point basket.
That's a big basket for the Maiden Blue Devils there. Caleb McDaniel hitting the outside three-pointer. Brings it within 2 points here tonight. At Lincolnton High School, Robbie Kelly with the basketball.
Gives it up to Chris Robinson, who's being guarded by McDaniel. Robinson trying to find something to go here as the Maiden crowd chanting defense. Robinson goes inside, and he somehow gets it up and in. I don't know how, with an acrobatic move. McDaniel going across half court, trailing by 4, under 2.5 minutes to go. Thought about going inside, gives it up to Boyles at the top of the key. Now Laney has it, thought about a three, and now is trying to find somewhere to give it to, gives it back up to Boyles. Boyles swings it over to McDaniel. McDaniel at the top of the key, but gives it back up to Laney on the left wing. Laney gets it inside to Coulter, who's being guarded by Evans. As Jamal Littlejohn's fouled out, Coulter kicks it out to Boyles for a three. No good. Rebounded by Laney. He lobs it over to McDaniel, resets the offense, but under 2 minutes to go, down by 4 is Maiden.
That's a big rebound by number 23 there.
McDaniel trying to create separation on Jamal Littlejohn. He attacks the lane, puts up a control shot, and he somehow gets it in with one hand, and it's a 2-point lead for Lincolnton with under 2 minutes to go.
I tell you, we got a packed house here tonight at Lincolnton High School, and these people are not leaving tonight, I promise you that.
And now foul. Wait, a foul looks like it's going to be on Boyles, and now we're into bonus, folks. It's going to be on Boyles, I believe.
That's his second foul here tonight.
So now with both teams being in the bonus, we get 1 and 1 here since it was a non-shooting foul. Cordell Littlejohn can get the lead up to 4 if he makes both shots here at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line.
Eddie, I tell you right now, Evan, it's going to come down to free throws here tonight to win this game.
First shot is up and in. Good. Makes it a 3-point lead for the Wolves. Cordell Littlejohn was silent in the first half shooting, and then the second half he's done a very good job of rebounding. Second shot is up, and it rattles in, gets a lucky bounce. It's now a 2-possession lead for the Wolves. McDaniel going over cross half court. Minute and a half remaining for the Blue Devils. They're trailing by 4. Laney has the ball, thinks about going inside, gives it up to Mason Hines, being guarded by the athletic Tyshawn Harris, gives it back up to Luke Laney. They're trying to find something. Coulter has it. A timeout called by Coach Anderson. And it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout here.
That's their last 30-second timeout. They got one more timeout to go. Lincolnton's got 1 30-second and 2 timeouts, 60 seconds.
We're going to keep it here. Tim, what do you need to do here if you're Maiden? You're down by 4. And you can't, unless you get it fouled on the 3-point shot and you get the shot in, you can't tie this game back up.
I tell you, Coulter's been a hot man for the Maiden Blue Devils. I put the ball in his hand, let him drop to the basket, and try to get fouled, and possibly get Cordell in his 4th foul here tonight. If not, trying to make the basket, play solid defense, put some pressure on the ball down at this end, and try to get Lincoln to maybe turn the ball over so they can get the ball and go back down.
And if you're Lincolnton, what do you do here? What defense adjustments are you trying to make?
Lincoln can't make any mistakes with the basketball. They have got to get the ball to Chris Robinson, let Chris bring the ball down, and just try to run the timeout and take a high percentage shot.
Well, Lincolnton has a 4-point lead with 1:21 remaining.
Look for Robbie Cowie to take a shot at this end of the court down here when Lincoln gets the ball back.
Mason High gives it up to Caleb McDaniel, who's being guarded by Cordell Littlejohn. And now gives it up to Mason High. Now back to McDaniel. Gives it up to Mason High again, quickly being double teamed. It looks like a 1-3-1 defense Lincolnton is applying now.
They're trying to get the ball into Coulter, number 2 for the Maiden Blue Devils.
Luke Laney takes a 3 from the left wing, off the back iron, no good.
Big rebound
by Tyshawn Harris, gets through defenders and is fouled by Luke Laney. And that could possibly be it, but Tyshawn's got to make his shots here.
I tell you, that is a huge rebound by Tyshawn Harris, the senior for the Lincolnton Wolves. He looked like he jumped about 14 feet in the air to get that rebound.
And it's now going to be 2 shots as Lincolnton's now in the double bonus at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line.
It's going to come down to free throws. It's just a 4-point game.
Let's see, Tyshawn first shot is up and in.
Big shot by the senior.
You're getting Matt Cook to check in for Boyles. Maiden down by 5. They could be down as much by 6 if Tyshawn gets the second free throw in.
Look for Coulter to get the ball down low, possibly get a foul, maybe a 3-point play. If not, look for McDaniel outside to take a 3-pointer.
Well, now both second shot went in by Tyshawn Harris. May takes the ball down by 6 with a minute to go. McDaniel going to drive to the lane, and the shot is blocked by Cordell Littlejohn, and it still stayed in bounds by Little, thanks to Tyshawn Harris. Cordell gets it across half court. Maine's going to have to foul eventually, and they do.
Got 48 seconds. 69 to 63. Unbelievable block.
How did Tyshawn Harris not get across the out of bounds line? I do not know, but nice heads up play by Harris.
Absolutely. And the senior goes to the stripe here tonight, number 32, Cordell Littlejohn. He's had a great second half.
As Littlejohn can get the lead to 8. First shot is up and in. He gets the lead to 7. He can get this lead to 8. That could possibly be it with 48 seconds remaining. It's going to take a miracle at this point for Maiden to win or even tie it back up. Second shot up and in.
Big free throw.
Big free throws by Cordell Littlejohn. They haven't missed within these last few free throw possessions. So McDaniel quickly gets across half court. Going to have to find something. 42 seconds remaining. Cook going to go inside. Gives it to Coulter. Coulter gets the layup up and in. And it's back down to a 6-point deficit.
That's their last time out. The Maiden Blue Devils here tonight.
They're still keeping it here. It's going to be a timeout here, but Coulter, they finally found him after a couple minutes without nothing going. But, you know, at this point, unless it's a 3-point play, these 2-point shots are not going to do Maiden any good, especially when they're down by 6 with just under a minute to go in this ball game, Tim.
Yeah, it's Lincoln's played really well down the stretch. With the last 2 minutes, they've made some big baskets, played some great defense, and they put pressure on the person who's bringing the ball down for the Maiden Blue Devils. So, you know, it's a 6-point game. Hey, listen, 37 seconds. I'm seeing a lot more crazy things happen.
It's only 2 possessions, you know. You just got to hope.
Absolutely.
You play the foul game. Hopefully they don't get the shots in. But, you know, so, I mean, Lincoln's done a terrific job at the free throw line in this last minute to really.
Lincoln's going to have to hit some free throws down the stretch here.
They're going to have to continue.
Seconds,
And honestly, looking at the guys on the court, none of them are really bad free throw shooters if you foul in.
No,
it's Cordell, but Cordell just made both of his free throws on that last possession.
Tyshawn Harris, the senior for the Lincoln Wolves, just hit 2 big free throws. And so the Lincoln Wolves will get the basketball. They're going to be throwing it in.
A full court pressure by the Maiden Blue Devils here. Cowie going to inbounds the pass. Trying to find someone. Time's running out. He's going to full court heave. And it's going to be saved by Cordell Littlejohn. Tyshawn Harris gets a shot. No good. Rebounded by Mason High. He lobs it over to Caleb McDaniel. McDaniel going to have to get a shot up and in. McDaniel being double teamed. Gives it over to Boyles, who take a 3 from the top of the league. Team no good. Rebounded by nobody. Jump ball, but it's going to be Maiden's possession. Down 6 with 22.1 seconds remaining. They're going to have to find a quick shot to go in.
Got 22 seconds left. It's a 6-point game, 71 to 65. The Wolves on top. Maiden throwing the ball in. He throws it back court.
And that's going to take a lot of time. McDaniel had to go across half court to get that one. He's going to chuck up a 3. And short. Rebounded by Robinson.
That's going to do it.
And fouled by Matt Cook as they were going for the rebound. Cook frustrated there, just trying to fight to get a rebound. And that'll send.
That's Matt Cook's 4th foul here tonight. That's going to do it for the Lincoln Wolves. With a 6-point lead, they got Chris Robinson going to the free throws. With 15 seconds left here tonight.
They're going to have Laney check back in after his first free throw. Lincolnton up 6.
I tell you, I'm impressed with the Maiden Blue Devils. They played a really good game.
Chris Robinson, first shot, no good.
Wow. Got to hit those free throws, Chris.
He missed a free throw earlier, but it was a 3-attempt free throw. He can get this one. He can get it to a 7-point lead as Demetrius Ford's going to check in if Chris Robinson can make the shot. And it goes up and in. Demetrius Ford will check in for Skylar Evans. 15.6 seconds remaining. Lincolnton leads 72-65. Coach Cowie said, just get a stop. McDaniel has the ball. Trying to find someone, bounces it off the right hand of High as he's now going to attack the lane. Shot rolls up and in, and a timeout called by Coach Anderson. They're down 5 with 5 seconds left. Unless you have a Reggie Miller moment here, I don't know if you're going to win this one.
5 seconds left, like you said, Evan. It's pretty much over. Looks like the Lincoln Wolves are going to go 6-1 in conference.
Well, what you're going to have to do is steal it.
Yeah.
And get a foul shot in, and then maybe get fouled on that layup. And then you make that shot. Then that'll cut the lead to 2, and then possibly steal it again. But that's going to take a lot of scenarios there for this to happen.
Well, what Lincoln don't want to do is foul behind the three-point line. They need to foul them before.
Right.
So they can shoot 2.
All they need to do is get the inbounds pass in and not have it stolen.
Absolutely. And
they should be fine. Honestly, if the odd makers were here, it would be a 99.9% chance that Lincolnton wins this game unless that 0.1% shows up. Lincolnton's going to win a big conference game against Maiden. 2 big wins in a row on a Friday night. Cordell Littlejohn inbounds the pass, going to inbounds the pass, gives up to Chris Robinson easily, and he's fouled by Mason High. That's his 5th foul, so he's done. Burned off about a second on the clock, so now 4 seconds. And honestly, Chris only has to make 1 shot, and it's going to be a win. Officially. All he has to do is make 1, and he will be good. As he's at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Maiden only has 2 guys on the free throw line awaiting these shots. First shot is in, that's going to do it. Lincolnton is going to take a hard-fought victory thanks to that foul shot there officially. So now let's see if he can get both. He can. The second one rolls in, 74-67. And now half-court heave to Coulter. Coulter gonna attack the lane. He's gonna get an easy 2 points, but it's gonna be too little, too late, and that'll end it. And the game went back and forth here tonight at Lincolnton High School. Both teams gave it their all, but Lincolnton comes out on top on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. They win 74-69, and they have completed the halfway point of the conference, only losing 1 game in conference play. When we come back, folks, we'll have the post-game wrap-up show presented by Weston Sales and Vail. You're listening to high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM and OKTCBroadcasting.com, presented by Ronaldo Auto Mall.
It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincolnton. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also, check out the new Kimco 270. And Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts, totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty, starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27 east of Lincolnton.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincoln, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincoln. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. 2018. That's the year for your new Polaris from Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Check out the 2018 Polaris Slingshot, track ready and speed legal and priced at $28,999. And introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP1000. It's more rugged, more refined, it's more Ranger. Trade in and trade up at Full Throttle Power Sports. Exit 22 off I-85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Most of us understand that without daily attention to our teeth and regular visits to the dentist, painful dental conditions and tooth loss would result. Your dog and cat need dental care too. Most dogs and cats need a dental cleaning at least once, if not twice yearly. And know that November is dental month at Lincolnton Animal Hospital. Now, if you had your teeth cleaned at the dentist and then didn't brush your teeth at home, what kind of shape do you think your teeth and breath would be in? Yuck. See Lincolnton Animal Hospital today or call 704-732-0728.
Here we go. And back here at Lincolnton High School, you're now listening to the Weston Sales postgame show. As the final here is Lincolnton 74, Maiden 69. A hard-fought effort by both teams. And, I mean, Tim, Maiden could have easily packed the bags up when they were down 18-5 early in that first quarter, but they did not.
I tell you, that's a testament to the coach and to the kids, too, to the coaching of the basketball team. We knew that Coach Danny Anderson was a great basketball coach because he come from West Caldwell, had great success there. But what he's done with this team here tonight, I'm very impressed what the Maiden Blue Devils brought here tonight to the Lincoln Wolves.
And once Maiden got the lead for the first time in that second quarter, it was just a track meet between both teams, trading the lead back and forth. Had no idea who was going to win that game, but in that fourth quarter, Lincolnton just got up to a 5-point lead. Maiden couldn't recover. They had to play the foul game, and unfortunately, they lost the foul game and the game overall and got a huge win tonight over the Maiden Blue Devils as we've now reached the halfway point of conference play. Now let's look at the stat lines for tonight's game, the LincolnCounty.com stat sheet. Tim, what did you see tonight?
Yeah, Caleb McDaniel had a sensational game. He had 22 points coming off starting tonight. And the man himself, I thought just played his heart out, was Josh Coulter. Had 19 points off the bench. Now, this kid didn't start.
Right.
He came off the bench, Evan, so that tells you a lot about what they got on the bench. So, if I was a coach, I'd be seriously thinking about starting this young man. But those two kids right there, they really played their hearts out, and they carried Maiden Blue Devils tonight. Like I say, McDaniel had 22, and Coulter had 19. And also, Mason Hyde played well, too, had 8 points. So, and for your Lincolnton Wolves, you had Robbie Cowie with 24 points, had a sensational game in the first half. I think I don't even see him miss anything. He was hitting everything from outside. So had a great first half, 24 points for the whole entire game. Also, Cordell Littlejohn. I thought Cordell Littlejohn's play in the second half was huge. He had 12 points all in the second half, played a great game, played great defense, rebounds, made some key free throws down the line. But the player of the game, I thought, was the point guard, Chris Robinson. No doubt about it.
Well, let's go ahead and get into those accolades. First, our sub of the game. I mean, it's not really hard to see who the sub of the game was tonight in this ball game between Maiden and Lincolnton.
Yes, Josh Coulter, without a doubt, number 9. He had 19 points. He played a great game. Number 2 for the Maiden Blue Devils. He is your Subway sub of the game and your player of the game.
Presented by Campers Inn in Kings Mountain.
We're going to go with Chris Robinson, the sophomore. I think his play in the second half help Lincolnton on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, distributing the ball, getting the ball to Robbie, getting the ball to Cordell. I thought he played a great game, putting pressure on the opposing offense as well, bringing the ball up. I thought he played a great game. So Chris Robinson is the player of the game. It's the Campers Inn player of the game.
Yeah, so, great effort tonight by Lincolnton. They now have improved another tough win. They've beaten pretty much everyone but they've even beaten Bandy's in the conference, but that was in a conference game because that was during the Christmas tournament. But Lincolnton has really been the odds-on favorite in this conference so far as we've reached the halfway point of the season. Now, folks, not really many games next week when it comes to next Tuesday because Lincoln County will be testing, but be sure to join us next Friday on January the 19th as we'll have a county matchup between North Lincoln and West Lincoln. We'll have our coverage start around 7:30, and we should, or 7 o'clock, and we should be able to see another big game here to conference as North Lincoln trying to fight to try to maybe get a playoff spot. They're on that edge right now, and West Lincoln just trying to find their first conference win. Only one win overall. So that'll do it for us tonight. Tim Johnson and Evan Ludwig with you. We want to thank you for joining us tonight wherever you may be. If you're in your car in Lincolnton or maybe across the country listening online, we want to thank you for all that you do. Of course, I want to thank all our sponsors, Weston Sales, Subway, Campers Inn, LincolnCounty.com, Abernathy Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Carolina Trust Bank, Eddie's Auto Parts, Renato Auto Mall, and First Federal. As once again on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, the final, Lincolnton wins 74-69 over Maiden. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. as we'll have Campers Inn Sports Talk with Evan Ludwig, me, Kevin Hastings, and Texas Terry Reinhardt as we'll cover all the sporting events that have happened in the past week. And also, don't forget to listen to the Best in Sports show with Tim Johnson and Ken Link on Wednesday on WCSL from 4 to 5 p.m. That'll do it for us tonight. Once again, the final, 74-69, Lincolnton wins over Maiden. Good night, everybody.
2018, that's